Now, I know that Secretary Clinton and many of the establishment people think that I am looking and thinking too big.
Sanders was in Nebraska one day ago. Today, it's his competition's husband, former President Bill Clinton, that came to town. This after several of her own visits. Safe to say, the political season is in full swing here in Nebraska. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Matthew Smith. This is WOWT 6 News 10 at 10. The big story tonight, the Nebraska Democratic Caucus. We are just hours away from our viewers casting their votes. But there is a wrinkle here. This is only the second time Democrats have made their picks via a caucus. WOWT 6 News' Don Granuse has been talking to supporters who showed up at events for both candidates today.
Yeah, Matt, we were out at a Clinton rally in Benton where the main speaker was former President Bill Clinton. We also cut off with Bernie Sanders, National Press Secretary in Leavenworth. But in between all the excitement were plenty of people ready to get out the caucus.
I like how the Democrats actually talk about the issues rather than talking about each other's manhood.
The discussions at Friday's events never went down that road. Former President Bill Clinton spoke to about 700 people at the waiting room in Benson, with many more in an overfilled room. College loan debt, a key concern.
It is crazy. If you just adopted Hillary's plan to have everybody refinance overnight, 25 million young Americans would save an average of $2,000 apiece overnight.
He has the experience to know what it takes to be president, so I think he could make a strong case.
Free tuition for public colleges, bringing big business back to the U.S. These points interested Bobby Larson, but he's still not sure which Democrat he'll caucus for. The president of the Planned Parenthood Federation of America, she's already made up her mind.
She's been a fighter for women's health and women's rights her entire life. And I think, as the president said today, she actually knows how to get things done. She's more than good statements and good ideas.
Just across the street, a Bernie supporter is posting signs with caucus information that he made at home. Sign itself of the grassroots campaign.
I mean, it's amazing how much he's dedicated his life to people.
At their Omaha headquarters, they're making calls and preparing for tomorrow. Simone Sanders, no relation to the senator, is from North Omaha, and she believes they can pull off a win tomorrow.
Sometimes people don't decide who they're caucusing for until they walk into that caucus location and they stand in that group.
If her theory's right, many Nebraskans may be narrowing in on their choice overnight.
Like that he doesn't take money from big donors and that he seems to really care about the issues, whereas with Hillary Clinton, she has more experience. She's been around D.C. She knows what it takes to be president.
Each county sets their time to caucus, so if you're unsure of where to go and when, we'll have a link with that info on this story over at WWT.com. And any Nebraskan who will be 18 by the November election is eligible to take part. You can register right on site.
All right, Don, thanks.